All right, we're diving into something pretty deep today. We're going to explore a question that kind of goes beyond our everyday reality. What is consciousness at its absolute core? We're going to look at some really fascinating ideas about a point in time before creation even began. So let's just start with this question, right here. Who were you before you were born? I know, it's a huge one. But just for a second, forget everything you know about yourself. Your name, your memories, your body, just strip it all away. What do you think is left? This is our starting point for a really profound journey.
The material we're exploring asks us to imagine a state that existed before any of the things we recognize, before life, before a self. It calls this state the canvas of emptiness.
So what exactly is this state? It's called pure I consciousness. And as you can see, this isn't about a person or a thing. It's the raw, unfiltered awareness that simply says, I am, without anything else attached to it. It's like the fundamental background hum of existence itself.
Now, I know the word emptiness can sound a little bleak, right? Like a void, or that something is missing. But in this context, it's actually the complete opposite. Don't think of it as an empty room. Think of it as the space in the room that makes it possible for everything to exist inside it. It's a state of pure, limitless potential.
Let's break that down a bit. No form, that means no body, no shape. No identity, that means no name, no relationships, none of the roles you play in your life. And no story means no past, no future, no narrative about who you are. All that's left is that simple, powerful fact that you exist. Okay, I know this might all be sounding really abstract and out there, but what's cool is that our source suggests we can actually get a little taste of this state. It offers a kind of thought experiment to make this idea a little more real.
So why not try this with me for just a moment? First, just feel your own presence right here, right now, the simple fact that you are. Now, try to imagine, just for a second, that you don't have a body. You're just awareness. Okay, now let go of your name, your job, your memories. What's left? That quiet, observing presence, that's the feeling we're talking about.
So if we start as this blank canvas of pure potential, then what's next? What's the whole point of it all? This is where the journey gets really, really beautiful. Every single thing you have ever felt, every joy, every heartbreak, every lesson, every failure, every single win, that is the paint being added to the canvas. Life in its entirety is just the process of this pure consciousness experiencing itself in basically infinite ways.
And what happens after all this painting, all this living? The source calls it wisdom. But this isn't just about being book smart. As you can see right here, it's defined as a fundamental change, a kind of deep alchemy that turns raw experience into a totally transformed state of being. It's the real harvest of a life lived.
And this brings us to the final, and honestly, maybe the most powerful idea here. This transformation, this gathering of wisdom, it's not something you can just undo.
This slide here perfectly illustrates the whole journey. We begin in that primordial state, emptiness and pure potential. But through the process of living, we arrive at the transformed state, one of fullness, of actualized wisdom. We literally become a new creation, something fundamentally different from where we all started.
This quote really is the heart of it all. Every experience you have doesn't just add to you, it fundamentally changes you. The wisdom you gain actually alters the fabric of your consciousness, and there's just no going back to that original state of pure, unknowing potential.
Think about it in a really simple way. Once you learn how to read, you can't just look at a page of words and see meaningless symbols anymore, right? Once you felt deep love, you can't unknow that feeling. Experience is a one-way street. Growth is permanent. And so that leaves us with this final, powerful question. If every moment is a permanent brushstroke on the canvas of your consciousness, turning potential into real wisdom, what does that mean for your next choice, for your next experience? Where do you, this ever-changing, ever-unfolding creation, go from here? That's really something to think about.